Yes, so I just wanted to start saying, how is your retreat going so far? Yes, I know when we asked in public, we get only Haribos, but perhaps you notice that sometimes when we do these full immersion retreats, where we really have nothing else than Krishna conscious subjects. Please allow me. I need to just adjust this here. Now we are there. Yes. Our ego might protest because it's out of our comfort zone. It's very different from what we usually experience as our days go by. And there may be some unwillingness, or another kirtan. Have we not done enough kirtans today? Or another lecture. We have heard so much already. Is it really important to sit again? Wouldn't it be a much better use of my time to take a sufficient rest in my room, get a warming bottle, make a phone call that my heating system doesn't work in my room, and so on. My dear everyone, these are natural reactions of unwillingness to move into this area of purification. And if you want to make the best use, you have to consider one thing, that is making choices based on spiritual insights. Our spiritual knowledge tells us that yes, chanting is very good. Yes, I do need a real experience, and yes, I do need to leave my old, let us say, habits behind. I need to cross certain limitations, perhaps, in order to understand and receive something new. This is very, very important to make your choices based on these spiritual insights. And I met yesterday one participant in the retreat. I asked him, how is it going? And he said, you know, Maharaj, I'm a little older now, and to always be together with so many people is not my style. In European pronunciation, it's not my style. That's not what I do regularly. And I receive now more inspirations in my individual practice. I said, and what are you doing in the room when you are there? Are you engaging in spiritual practices, very concentrated and focused? He said, you have a good point here. I'm not, I'm relaxing. Yes, my answer was we do need sometimes a relaxed, or let us say, yes. Thank you, Gopinath. We do need in our lives an individually tailored sadhana, an individually tailored spiritual practice. Yes, yes. But when we are in such a situation, we are doing something else. We're trying to jumpstart our car. Do you know what is jumpstart? When the engine is frozen and doesn't work, then you have a few people pushing your car, and then it takes up speed at a certain time the driver G has to put the gear in, and then there's a lot of fumes and exhaustion, and a lot of air pollution happens in the back, and then it drives. So in this, in such a holy name immersion thing, we want to give all of us a jump start. And it is sometimes we come to our limits, things where we asked ourselves, oh, I'm already so tired, now another kirtan, and we come to other limits. Oh, the person just next to me, his physical odor is a little aggressive to my sense. We come to limits like this, very human limits. No problem. This is part of the experience which will bring us to a new level. You have to know, if you go to your limits, usually you return into your comfort zone. But when you are in such an experience as we are trying to create, you are moving on and you are crossing a little bit beyond your limits. And as you do this, you will see, oops, how your life becomes filled with new possibilities that you may not have looked at before. I just wanted to say this. I'm aware when I asked how is it going, the young ones will pipe up, Haribol, and I know what a retreat means. I was yesterday at my limit. Oh, I'm so tired and I'm so old. I'm now double the age or 3 times as old as the young participation. I can, let me go, there's a suite in my room waiting. I will read some interesting literature from the BLS, and I will relax, and so on. And I thought, no, you can relax afterwards, but now is a unique chance to chant with the devotees and learn to go beyond your limits. I just wanted to say this in a general way because it might be helpful not only in the setting of this retreat, it might be helpful for the general path of bhakti, your general development, your general spiritual growth. Never hesitate to go all the way, because Krishna wants you to do this, and he will when you come to your limits, when you really can't go on, he will say, okay, now I come and help. He has tried his best, now I will do the rest for him. No? And it's a general principle. It's not just here for the 3 or 4 days. It's a general principle in bhakti. If you don't learn this, then you will not get to the essence of bhakti, because the Lord says, Bhogaishvaya prasaktanam taya paritasheta sabno. Those who are too much attached to their comforts, Bhoga means material enjoyment and wealth, but it can be summarized as comforts. They can never develop the resolute determination that is important if someone wants to grow in his spiritual life. Good. Yes? No? Yes. Good. Fine. So now we will start. I must say, I'm severely challenged by this window here, and I have tolerated it now for maybe because I can't afford to get a cold and get sick. Maybe we can just close that. Please let us sing. Do we have the text, Jaya Radha Madhava? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Kunya Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachati Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo, Srila Prabhupada Ki. What is your name, Prabhu? Manuel. Today is your good day, Manuel. you sit at a good place to get a garland. Wonderful, wonderful. Hare Krishna. So, we will go a little bit fast in this section. We will just chant Bhagavatam shloka as the theme setting shloka for our day. Retreat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Kaga Adadapaksa Stanyam Yatavat Satara Shudata Priyam Priyeva Vyushitam Vishanna Manoravindaksha Didikshate Tvam Jata Paksha Iva Mataram Kaga Stanyam Yatavat Satarak Shudata Priyam Priyeva Vyushitam Vishanna Manoravindaksha Dridikshate Tvam Yes, please, someone of you. Yes, a Vaishnavi, please also. Adadabakshaiva mataram gaga Stanyam yatavat satara shudata Priyam Priyeva Vyushitam Vishanna Manoravindaksha Didikshate Tvam. Yes. We will immediately go to the translation. Oh Lord, it's a prayer. I should give you the context so that it is, oh wonderful, thank you. So that it is more, makes more sense. This is one of 4 prayers that form the essence of the Bhakti philosophy. The first verse, Prabhupada explains, this verse gives the sum and substance, wow, of devotional life. So there are 4 such verses, they belong together, and this present verse is explaining to us the yearning, the longing of a devotee who wants to be associated with Krishna, who wants to be near Krishna, who wants to please him. So 3 examples are given which describe his longing. O lotus-eyed Lord, just as baby birds that have not yet developed their wings always look for their mother to return and feed them, I always yearn for the opportunity to render direct service unto you. Yes, and just as small calves tied with the ropes await anxiously the time of milking, when they will be allowed to drink the milk of their mothers, I always yearn for the opportunity to render direct service unto you. And yes, just like a morose wife whose husband is away from home, always longs for him to return and satisfy her in all respects. I always yearn for the opportunity to render direct service unto you. Let's make a brief stop here and just get the image clear. There is a nest, in it are baby birds. When they are making sound, you can look into their mouth, you see only the redness in their mouth. What are they wanting? They want the mother to come and feed them. The other image is there's the calf who's bound by a rope on a post that is driven in the earth, and sees how the milkman milks her cow, her mother cow, the mother cow, and the calf hears the sound of the milk going into the bucket, kshana, 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 kshana. The calf, very hungry, feels the desire to drink milk and also be in the intimate, close association of the mother. No? Or as a loving woman, a wife who's married, has heard after a long absence of perhaps 3 months or so, or 6, the husband finally can return home from his pilgrimage or business trip or whatever, and she really missed him, and now she yearns, may he come, and I will cook for him, and I know what he likes, and will prepare this. In the same way as these three, the devotee expresses his desire for direct association with the Lord, where they can render direct service to him. Srila Prabhupada gives us a nice purport. I will read it to you. A pure devotee always yearns. Yearns means to long, to associate personally with the Lord and render service unto him. The examples given in this regard are most appropriate. A small baby bird is practically never satisfied except when the mother bird comes to feed it. A small calf is not satisfied unless allowed to suck the milk from the mother's udder. And a chaste, devoted wife whose husband is away from home is never satisfied until she has the association of her beloved husband. This is how the devotee longs for Krishna. Please let us do the auspicious invocations. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyaye Shatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yesterday we started our first full day of the retreat with the motto, establishing our relationship with Krishna. We were speaking about how to do this. You become aware that you are his part and parcel, you belong to him. You become aware that he is there, the loving Lord, ready to receive your devotion in the chanting. And you also practice a healthy doses of disillusionment. You understand this world is not really there for me to enjoy. It is there as an opportunity really to practice my relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. May this curtain open again and again for us. No? May it never be closed for a long time. Yes. So this was, and we practiced in the workshop mainly Manasangharanam, that is collecting our minds to make him our friend when we chant. No? So, good. Today we will enter the second part of our retreat. The first was about being attentive to the relationship, being attentive to the practice of chanting. But today, but we heard that there are two types of chanting the name. One is Kevala, the name where you just chant the syllables. You're more or less there trying to chant attentively. However, that is only the beginning states. You want to put into your chanting also affection, and this is called Sneha Samyukta Nam. That is more pleasing to Krishna. I would like to give you an example I heard from Hari Parshad Prabhu. What would you prefer? First option, your friend sends 2 truckloads of popcorns before your apartment, and they go up and they all are coming before your apartment, and there is a letter. It has two things for you. First. The other is someone has been in the kitchen, a friend has been in the kitchen and has prepared just the preparations you like. Good natural rice with tahini. Then some, what else is there? A chapati with ghee. Good sabji with jackfruit. Do you know jackfruit sabji? And he has cooked lovingly this preparation. I mean, the question is so simple. Of course we prepare the small plate. It's a smaller quantity, much smaller than 2 truckloads of ordered popcorn. But it's more pleasing. In the same way, my dear devotees, what do you think will satisfy Krishna? Loads and loads of chanting, many rounds, 64 plus. Or holy names offered with genuine affection. Oh my dear Lord, please accept me. What do you think is, does Krishna need your truckloads of popcorn? Or does he need an offering with devotion? It is clear. So, when you chant in kirtan, in japa or kirtan, you must know the Lord likes sneha samyukta nam, the nam that is connected with love. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, how do you train someone to love Krishna? It's not possible so easily. In India, they have a system. They marry the girl when she's young, that is before puberty hits, and she becomes aware of the world of men, and wow, he looks nice. No, he looks nice. Whoa, this hairstyle is fascinating. Before that starts, they bring the girl, they marry according to astrological favorable constellation, but now the girl must develop some feeling for the boy, and she's young. She is not yet mature physically. She has to learn some affection, because only when they have an affectionate relationship will they have a fulfilling family life with nice, well-cared for children. No? So what they do is they give the little girl a plate with sandesh, and once a week she goes to her husband and gives him sandesh. Now, maybe at the beginning they will wrestle or do things like which children do, pull each other by the ear or so on. But if the girl regularly goes once a month with sandesh, some affection will happen. The boy will think, oh, she is wonderful, she brings sandesh. And the girl will feel, oh, he really appreciates me. And from this beginning of affection, it's very immature, it's very small, an affectionate relationship can grow where the real things will happen, telling that the mind in confidence, asking questions, can you please help me to navigate life, I don't know, and then the real thing of affection can start. So in the same way, in the Bhakti tradition, we need to train in affection. We need to train our affection. And the first thing, my dear devotees, in the Bhakti school, how to train affection is not to bring sandesh to the deities. What else is that is also nice to do, but it is really to become aware, I need Krishna. I have a real need, and from this understanding of need, there will be the very nice feeling of longing for Krishna. I want to chant with you a verse, and then we want to hear what Prabhupada says about this. It is a verse about the need for Govinda. Please, those who can see, let us sing this verse. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagatsaram Govinda virahena. This last line, Govinda virahena, I'm feeling your separation, is very important. The Lord says, my Lord Govinda, because of separation from you, I consider even a moment so long, a great millennium. Tears flow from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I see the entire world as void. This is a high feeling of separation, but I will explain it that it's relevant to us. Srila Prabhupada once revealed, he said to us, what it means to do kirtan. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is a sannyasi. He has no necessity. Why is he crying all the time? What does he want? He has given up the whole world. He doesn't want a car, he doesn't want dresses, he doesn't want nice food. He has given up all this. He became a sannyasi. He doesn't want anything. Why is he crying so much? Now Prabhupada answers his question. He's crying for Govinda. That is the real necessity. Govinda virahena me. Yes, Govinda virahena me. Govinda necessity. Anyone who realizes that this world cannot actually fulfill his real desires, his real needs, he begins to turn his face towards Krishna. When you asked why did you become a devotee, most young devotees will say, well, I could see that in the material world I was not fulfilled. I was suffering, and I came to the Lord because of this. So, understanding that the Lord can satisfy our desires. Govinda virahena me is the secret of our kirtan, to cry out for Govinda and pray for the Lord to kindly hear us and awaken bhakti in our hearts. This is how you start to awaken your love, in the feeling of longing. This is Mahaprabhu's kirtan, the kirtan of genuine longing. This will give you the steam, this longing. Oh my Lord, I only need you, I want you. This will provide the steam to move forward on the path. You will first feel this longing in your mind, then you will feel it in your heart. There will be some emotions, oh Krishna, and then you will express it in your kirtan, through your voice, through your body, through your instrument feeling. This chanting with genuine longing, my dear devotees, that will enrich your chanting with sneha, with the beginning of affection. And you sit there, okay, I came to this kirtan event. Oh, when is my favorite kirtan leader singing? In 1 hour. I don't know if I will survive this 1 hour with my unfavorite kirtan leader. That's some level. That is an entry level. But when you sit there in the kirtan and express with your mouth a genuine feeling that is there in your heart, I need you, my Lord. I will not be satisfied without you. Then your spiritual life will move forward just like a locomotive which has a lot of steam in its... I don't know what this is, the steam container, which is there on the motor. Dampfkessel, sagt man in Deutsch. The steam vessel, yes. There is another very relatable verse of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about this longing. It's Ayinanda Tanuya, we have it also for you. Please let us sing together. I will sing the first line alone, and then we sing the first line together and all the other lines together. Ainanda tanuya kinkaram. Everyone. Ainanda tanuya kinkaram. Patitamam. Yeah, everyone. Patitamam vishame bhavam buddha. Everyone. Kripaya tava pankada stitaduri sarvisham vichindaya. I will give you a translation to this, which is an expanded translation from a song that Prabhupada used to sing so often. When Prabhupada visited us in 1974 in our castle, Schloss Rettershof, I was sometimes, a few times, so fortunate as to sit before the room and tell the devotees who were running by, he's translating, don't be so loud, or when they were wrestling before the room, or anything, wild would happen, not here, and so on. And as I was sitting before the room, guarding his peace, so to say, and at the same time I was making some translations, writing, I would hear him inside the room singing. He had his harmonium there, and he would regularly sing. At that time he also recorded the long playing record Krishna meditation, and he perhaps prepared his singing. There was regular singing, and this song I found was most regular, and he would pour out his heart as he was singing, and it came through the door, so to say. And this is the song. Listen to the song. It tells you what longing for Krishna means, in a very relatable way, perhaps. Alas, alas, how unfortunate I am. I have fallen into this insurmountable ocean of material existence since time immemorial. I'm being thrown here and there by the violent waves of my wicked desires. I cry miserably in my helpless condition. The waves are there. They throw me here and there. My desires are those waves. I have no peace. I do not see any hope of being saved. This ocean is insurmountable. It means you can't overcome it. You can't swim through it. What should I do? How will I be delivered? I do not see any solution to my dilemma. Alas, alas, I'm most unfortunate. The power of Maya takes me by force. There's no one to help me. Grandfather, grandmother, teacher, friend, no one. Now I turn to you, O Lord. Take me to you, lift me up to the cooling shade of your feet. Oh, I beg you, have mercy on this wretched soul. As the sound came through the door, I couldn't at that time understand really the meaning. Anadhi Karama Phale. You know how Prabhupada sings. I was really, I was really moved. And later, I understood what he was singing. He was praying to the Lord to save him from the material world. And this is so relatable. May I ask you, have you ever drowned in an ocean? You have? Which ocean? Ocean in Bangladesh, near Bangladesh, yes. Who else? And Puri, if you want to drown, Puri is a good place. The ocean has this terrible currents. Our Radhanath Maharaj told me that he was once taken by the currents and he almost drowned. It was almost his time. I had a touristic ocean where I almost drowned. Canary Islands, I mean, if you're really drowning, this is frightening. When I was drowning, I vomited. I was in an ocean of, it was all white. I must have eaten a lot of sweet rice or something, it was really, and I was drowning. My last thoughts were, when I was drowning, the thoughts I can remember were, oh no, is this the end of Sacinandana Swami? Drowning like a German tourist. Typical Sacinandana Swami. I was really, I was a little angry, I wanted to, I had another plan. And much later, when I was 120, then yes, I would. And I remember there is panic in all your nerve systems. There's this panic, and it is, and your lungs are getting full of water, which is very unpleasant. It feels really very, very, very panicking. And I remember the German tourist thought was my last thought I can remember, but then something happened which was spiritual. I actually prayed to Krishna. I said, I don't deserve it. I'm not a good servant, I know, but if you save me, I was making negotiation. I promise to become better. I promise to give my best. And yes, he saved me. It was, I can tell you in some detail later, not, it will take, it's not good to stop now. How were you saved? Well, it was not a boat, it was not a helicopter, it were waves. I was pulled by the receding tide. Do you know what that is? It sucks you into the ocean. I was pulled outside, and then I just heard in my mind something like, waves will now come. They will go against the tide, and you just stay with each wave as long as you can. And when you lose the wave, don't fight, then you are again pulled back, but again the next wave will come. So the wave was coming, and it's very untypical. I try to stay on it, and the wave is faster than your swimming ability. Then I lost it, and I was again with the receding tide, took me back, but the next wave came. 13 meters forward, 12 meters back, 30 meters forward, meter by meter, centimeter by centimeter. I came next to the shore, and then when on the shore, all the water came out, and I fainted. For 1 month afterwards, in the night, I would wake up in panic because I was feeling still in my cells. This is called cell memory. The pull of the ocean out. It was so frightening. And of course, in such a situation, one can take shelter in the Lord. We say in German language, in the trench of war, you know, where the soldiers are standing with their rifles to shoot, that you will not find a single atheist. They all pray, you know, because it's so frightening. To turn in danger to someone who can help is a sign of intelligence. You are in danger, my dear devotees. Did you know that each member here in the room will die? Each single one. There is no exception. And you will feel at that moment it's too early. Each single one is in great danger. You will all die. And then we don't know. So this is what we are taught in the Bhakti tradition. There is help. First of all, be realistic, see the world through a glance of vairagya, discolor the illusory colors from the world, and see the reality. Material life just doesn't work. It gives promises which cannot be kept. The more you fulfill the desire, the more restless you become, because you intuitively know, oh, that didn't satisfy me. I should try again something. So the Lord Chaitanya, or the tradition, gives us 2 birds so that we can understand what crying means. The first bird is the Cataka bird. We have a photo of him for you also. This is a Cataka bird. He looks a little ruffled, isn't it? And he is. You know, they do not drink the whole year. They only drink water from the rain cloud, which comes once a year during monsoon time. And then they fly up to the rain cloud, and it's sometimes quite intense there. There's lightning, there's thunder, and that's why they look a little ruffled. You know. But they do not drink any other water. They don't even drink Ganga water, I heard. And they call out for the only need they have, the cloud need or water need. They call out with which is sound that is Priya, Priya, my dear one. We have Priya, 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 Priya. Yes, this is how they call it. Priya, Priya, Priya. They really mean it, you know, they're really thirsty. They understood the need. The second bird is the Chakravaki bird. It's beautiful, no? It's a little like a duck. He looks really like a mannequin, so beautiful. They have a biological problem. They want to make a family, but in the night, which is the best time for romantic life, for this bird, they cannot find their partner. They go in the forest and somehow the partner goes east and they go west. It's really a biological fact. There is a reason for this. They are cursed. This is how the tradition explains it. One Chakravaki bird was somehow in a tree, and a saint was meditating, and then his partner came of the Chakravaki bird to the same tree. Saint was meditating, and right on above the saint, they tried to make a family, conceiving, they were quite loud because they were excited, and they fell into the lap of the saint who was meditating. Two birds in love, The saint said, "This is not the place to do this. I curse you that in the night you will want to find each other, but you will not be able to find yourself. This is what you get for your indecent, inappropriate activities." So this is how the tradition explains it. So they lament the whole night. The lamentation fills the sky in the night when their husband is absent. There is a verse in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita about these two birds. Like the distressed, we are not talking here about birds, we are talking about calling for the Lord. Like the distressed crying of the Cataka birds on a cloudless day of the rainy season, or the lamenting of a flock of Chakravaki birds when parted from their husbands at night. The Sankirtan of the Lord's names arises when one is burdened by too much pain. It means longing. So this is the idea of the awakening feelings. Now, because this may be a little far away from you, I want to read to you a piece of literature, a poem, which portrays a conversation, a very serious conversation between a disciple and their guru. The disciple has felt what many devotees feel, that even though they try, they are confronted with their inner emptiness, or the Krishna-shaped hole in the heart has remained despite their best efforts. So you can imagine, guru and disciple meet, they have a serious talk. Perhaps the disappointed disciple wants to give up bhakti. He's so upset, and it's the last meeting, and you are able to listen to this. This is how you can hear it. The poem is called The Road of Tears. The disappointed disciple with a heavy heart. Who can say I've never tried, Guru Maharaj? All those mantras I have chanted, all those vows, all those lonely nights spent in praying, and all those pilgrimages, the sacrifices, the holy baths in ice-cold water. And on top of this, I have persistently ignored the request of my mind and senses for what they want most. The result? Nothing. Here I am, standing before you, a desperate person. The emptiness in my heart has only gotten greater. The wise Guru. it seems you have done your best to come before the divine couple. But have you ever wondered if there's anything you can do so that they can come before you? Have you built your road for them? The road of tears. Disciple. The road of tears? What kind of tears? The Guru. Tears of the soul. There are different kinds of tears. The body tears. We cry when we are in physical pain. The mind tears. We shed when we are emotionally hurt. And then there are those sweet tears, the ones that come from the soul, when it wakes up to its only real necessity, the need for the one relationship. My child, this road of tears you won't find on any map. It starts from your own heart. But it is so irresistible to the divine couple that they can't ignore it. Even when you've just begun building, they feel drawn to come before you. The disciple. Do I need many tears for this road? I have already cried all my tears for other things. I'm completely drained. How could I possibly build a road that requires rivers of tears? The Guru enthusiastically. Don't worry. There is an ocean of tears locked away in your heart. All you need to do is step away from your endless thoughts and hard ego. Set your cleverness and your sly arguments on fire. Rise from the ashes as the real or true self and sing and dance your way into freedom. Soon you will feel the dam crack, and those sweet tears of longing will pour out. That's when the road of tears appear. Hare Krishna. So the point which was made here was, yes, we cry for when there's a lot of physical pain. We cry or lament when we have emotional pain. But when you look very deeply, don't we all need Krishna? When we have Krishna, all other troubles will either go away or we will be so ecstatic that they will not even affect us a bit. Like I have seen devotees dying from cancer, being the body is totally wasted away. And I've come to them and said, how are you? They say, blissful Maharaj. And I usually become alarmed when a devotee says this. I think they are not confronting the facts of life. So, but the eyes of the person I saw last was full of light. Can you please talk to an ordinary person like me and tell me how you can be blissful a few days before you die from cancer? And the devotee said, Maharaj, Krishna is really there. Krishna has heard my calls. He has given me the strength. I know He will take me when my time has come, and He will bring me to Him. Or whatever is His plan, it will be much better than this. I should cry for you, not for me. This was one of the last words of His Holiness Kadamba Maharaj, who's very dear to the devotees here and all of Europe and who know him. He said in his usual way, people come to me with that funeral face. He used to speak like this. And they say, I'm sorry that you will die. And I say, I was never alive. This, what you are lamenting for, was never alive in the first place. It's the body, which, and what he meant was, the body gets life by the presence of the soul. What you are crying for was never alive in the first place. I will go now, and I should cry for you. Maharaji would talk like this, very, very strongly he would talk. And we would understand very easily everything. So, yes, we need Krishna, my dear devotees. We don't need another jeans or another mobile telephone to be finally happy and saved. When you are waking up or starting to wake up, you will see this. And I will finish. What does Krishna feel when he sees that the devotee is longing for him? Do you want to know what he thinks about such a devotee? We will quote the Adi Purana. Adi Purana is a beautiful work where Krishna talks to Arjuna. He has earlier spoken the Gita to him, but now they have total talks between the Lord and his devotees. It's a beautiful work which addresses all the questions which a devotee might have who is practicing Krishna consciousness. So this is what the Lord says. O Arjuna, listen very carefully now to what is in my heart. Those persons who sing my name and dance directly before me truly purchase me. Don't be surprised by what I tell you now. Truthfully, those who sing my names and cry tears of longing purchase me, Janardhan. Janardhan means the Lord who's present in everyone's heart. I'm sorry, I have to say it again. Those who sing my names and cry tears of longing purchase me, Janardhan, completely. Except for these devotees, no one else can purchase me. So Krishna does not, when he sees that the devotee is putting some love, some affection, some longing, something that has to do with devotional feelings, he can't tolerate it. Even those, though he knows these are not signs of real unhappiness. The scriptures say, real or not, these signs of distress in his devotees force Krishna to respond. In this state, his title Bhagavan is best understood to mean most loving. Bhagavan normally means all-powerful, full of opulences, but when the Lord responds to his devotees and reciprocates, his name Bhagavan, the meaning changes. It means he now is most loving. to the devotees. Krishna. I can see the oxygen level has gone down, and you have gone down a little bit. Can we ask the devotees to please open the windows? Just tolerate, tapasya is good. My dear devotees, what I want to express today is best expressed perhaps in this analogy of food. We don't want much food that is offered impersonally. We want food that is offered with love. In the same way, the Lord is interested in this, not just in the name, but in samyukta sneha samyukta nam, it's called. Sneha means love, samyukta means totally connected to the chanting the name. No? That is the next level we have to come. If you don't learn this, even if you go to Radha Desh Mellows and sing for 8 hours the kirtan, there will be moments of exhaustion, of dryness, and so on. And you may just do this out of austerity to sit so long, But if you can awaken your devotional feelings, if you can do that in some way or another, the Lord will reciprocate and fill your heart with divine reciprocation. Hare Krishna. What do you think? Reda Chaitanya Prabhu. It's a point to think about, no? I really think this is the next level. My dear devotees, I will talk privately to you. Because I saw no other chance for me, I started to take chanting seriously, and I chanted many extra rounds each month in Vrindavan, best place. But I have noted, it's not the quantity. I will continue doing this every year. But I have seen it's not the quantity. It is when you feel some genuine affection for Krishna. There are devotees who are not regularly chanting 16 rounds here in this group. You have not yet been given vows like this. And my recommendation is start with a number of rounds in which you like to do, where you can chant perhaps 2 rounds first, then double it 4 rounds, then double it 8 rounds, then double it 16 rounds, then double it 32 rounds, then double it 64 rounds, then double it 128 rounds. No problem, But start with affection. If you chant 2 rounds with your chanting will miss the one ingredient that satisfies Krishna. That is adara in Sanskrit, affectionate respect. Rupa Goswami advises us to chant every day our rounds with adara, affectionate respect, because the other rounds will not satisfy the Lord. There is now those who have given their vows of 16 rounds, and are not yet chanting that, please take help of the kirtan events. If you sit there and you chant kirtan, you give your best, the kirtan, the holy name, will purify your heart more and more, and it will be more and more easy for you to call out for the Lord. Kirtan is very good to give us taste. So, Michael, Hare Krishna. All you New York, from New York, that New York group, you are my heroes because you fight your jet lag with elegance, you know. Good. So we have reached the end of this class. I would like to see if there is one question on the subject. Yeah, we have. I saw Andra first. So, and yesterday also we could. Yes, Andra.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the beautiful lecture. This is very on the subject, I think, and maybe I was thinking it could be relevant for many people.
Yeah.
So you talked about. 1 second, just. Govinda Virahena me.
Yes. Oh.
My question is, when somebody or many people, they feel this, like, okay, the world isn't for me, it doesn't satisfy me, I'm sad in this world, material pleasure doesn't make me happy. That I know. But then I cannot possibly relate to Krishna as a person. This is, at the beginning I also felt, and definitely I will not dance for a plant. Like, I will not dance for a plant, and offering food is weird. Many people might feel...
I will not dance for a plant.
Yeah.
Tulsi, yes. Yes.
How do you bridge these two? Especially, what's the first step if it doesn't happen in their heart naturally?
Thank you very much. I think your question went over the loudspeaker, so I will not need to repeat it. For this, you need to read or listen to lectures in order to understand Krishna more. When I was young, I had the same problem of not being able to relate personally to Krishna. But I was already traveling throughout Europe, giving lectures and so on. And I then heard a lecture of Prabhupada which really shook me to the core. And I later copied the line of the lecture and stuck it in my address book where I had all my addresses, you know, of the people I would try to cultivate in Krishna consciousness. And what Prabhupada said there was just so striking. He said, my only complaint about my disciples is they do not read my books. Then he continued, but if you don't know about Krishna, soon there will be no more Haribol, Haribol. You will all leave. So by hearing about Krishna and also by listening to devotees, the Shastras teach passively, but devotees, when you stay with devotees and you watch devotees, they teach somehow actively. I think this morning when we were in the Japa retreat, we heard Achyuta Gopi giving Japa inspiration. And I was thinking, wow, here's a devotee. She believes in Vrindavan and the Krishna and the bees of Vrindavan. And she said we should do our japa like the bees and hum joyfully. Wow, that's an interesting concept. I have never taught like this in my holy name retreat. I will soon say, no, I can't say I am who I am. I cannot repeat another faith statement. But when we hear such faith statements from real devotees who have gone through life, who have seen life, whose Haribol is not artificial, but it comes from a deep place. We become affected. I think we all became affected. I became more of a devotee today in the japa, guided japa retreat, japa session in the morning, because he was a devotee sharing what they felt. So Shastras teach passively, it's not that that there will be a hand coming out of the book. You better become a devotee, Sacinandana. No, it will teach passively, but a devotee teaches very actively. It really goes into our heart, and we become very impressed. Yes. And then this is called Sambandha. Sambandha Gyan. It's knowledge, Andra, which will put everything into perspective, and then it will work. I will give you an example. See, this is a cable. This machine will only work when it is put in this place, and then it will make sound. Without it, no sound. So in spiritual life, you need that connecting knowledge which will give the sound of your soul, which will help you to awaken. This is what Sambandha does. It puts things together so that it works. It can stay for 100 years like this, separated. Only when it comes together, zoom, will there be the sound. No? So in the same way, Sambandha Gyan is so important. Regular reading. And then discussing with devotees. Oops, I will close this now. Then discussing with devotees. And I know you have devotee friends. Even you can go on telephone, on Zoom call, Instagram, all this. Enough opportunity. Thank you. I will leave it with this one question because we are a little late, but I can assure you today in the workshop will be an exciting question and answer session. Not only there will be Amala, Nadia, Achyuta Gopi, the Bhakti brothers, all of us will be there answering millions of questions. So please think already, that will be your chance. I thank you very much for listening, and see you very soon. When do we continue? 11 o'clock, I think, in the community hall. 11 o'clock. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Wow, such good sound. Hare Krishna.